We're going to talk about it today. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, hey guys, it's Mimi here. I decided to come on and do this live with you today because I have still been getting a lot of questions about auditions and what to do, what not to do. My battery is going to die in a minute. Let me hurry up. I get this a lot. And one, we have audition workshops so that we cover this. And so I'm not going to go over everything that we went over in the audition workshop. I'm just going to give you a little bit of content today for what not to do. Okay, how to completely bomb your audition. That's what we're going to talk about today. Because believe it or not, that is a real thing. It really happens. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. And so I'm going to give you just a couple of quick tips so that you won't bomb it, especially for those of you who have never taken our audition workshop, who have never auditioned before, or who have and feel like it didn't go that well, anything like that. I'm going to try to just tell you what not to do instead of telling you what to do. We covered that in the audition workshop. So next time we have one of those, you need to come out. Adults, if you want one, you just got to let me know and we'll put one together. So one of the first things, and this is the most important thing because it's number one, don't be prepared, right? That's how to bomb your audition, is not being prepared. You have got to be prepared for an audition. It's the biggest one, okay? I can't tell you how many times I've had students come in or cast or actors come in and who are not prepared for their audition. Especially if the notice has been out for a while, for a long time. You need to be ready. You need to be ready to audition. If you find out stuff last minute, okay, I understand that. However, if you follow us on social media, you're subscribed to our emailing list, you do things like that, then you know when auditions are. Okay, and you pretty much know how our schedule and our season basically works now. You know that every fall we're going to have a Broadway junior show. We're going to have theater class. We're going to have auditions for Jacksonville Fall Play. We're going to, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of know what's going to happen. That's my phone in the background, guys. Sorry about that. So you kind of know what's going to happen. So you need to periodically check the website, check the social media, see what's coming up, so that you know what to do and you know how to be prepared, because that really does reflect on you, okay, if you're not prepared. So be prepared, pretty please, all right? Let's see, what is next? Okay, another way to bomb your audition is to dress like you just rolled out of bed, all right? So this is also a confusing one for some people. Some people have asked me, well, do I come dressed like the character that I'm auditioning for? How do I dress? Okay, so I always say do not dress in costume for your audition, okay? Do not dress in costume for an audition. Don't do it. However, you need to look nice, all right? You need to not be wearing flip-flops, sweatpants, look like you just came from the gym. We don't want to see that, okay? Would you wear those type of things to a job interview if you were going to a job interview? No, you wouldn't. So that's basically what you're doing when you are auditioning, is you're auditioning for a job. As an actor, you're auditioning for a job. So you want to dress for the role that you want. Now, having said that, again, not costumes. But for example, let's say that you're coming to audition for Violet in Wonka. You don't need to show up in all blue or all purple. You could have a hint. You could have like a shirt that's a pretty blue color, or maybe like a hair piece that's a pretty blue, something like that. But don't come in the costume. If all else fails, come in like what you would wear to church. It doesn't have to be a big frilly dress or anything like that, but you need to look well put together. Your hair needs to be off your face. You know, you just need to look, you need to look nice because we're looking at that. Because to us, that means you're taking it seriously. If you show up in like, sweatpants and tennis shoes and that's it, then we don't feel like you're taking it serious. So just look nice, okay? Another way to bomb your audition, be late. Yeah, this is a big one. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're late, don't bother. That's what my professors would say to us in college. And they meant it. And I mean that when I say it. You need to be there early. I'm not talking get there an hour early. I usually tell people get there about 15 minutes early. So you can sign up and get yourself mentally ready and physically warmed up and all that good stuff, okay? Time is money. And when you have a lot of people that you have to go through at an audition, you need to make sure that you're there at the call time, okay? So call time for Wonka auditions are 2:00. If you roll up in there at 3, there's a good chance we're not there anymore if we saw everybody we were going to see that day. So if an audition says it's at 2, you need to come at 2. You're going to have to wait, but that's just nature of the business. And also that also shows us like if we can rely on you or not. Like if we can't rely on you to be on time for auditions and callbacks, how can we rely on you to be on time for rehearsal? Okay, so make sure you're on time. Another way to bomb your audition is not knowing who's behind the casting table. No, that would be me in my case. But in the day and age of the Googler and Bing, you can and should look up who is holding auditions, who they are, who could potentially be there. Sometimes you don't know, and I get that. There were many times when I went to auditions when I was a professional actor, and I didn't know who's going to be in the room. But 9 times out of 10, the director is in that room. For other auditions, it's the director, the casting director, the choreographer, the music director. But it really just depends on the theater and who's holding the audition. So you need to kind of know, search for the company, see what kind of shows they've done, see, their style of work, how many shows they do a year, who they're looking for in the future. Because oftentimes they're looking for you, not only for this show that you're auditioning for, but I know me personally, I keep people in mind for future shows that I do. Like if I have an adult show that needs a kid's role, I'll keep in mind some of my students or some of my cast members who I think could handle it and do a great job. So, kind of know who you're in front of. The next way to bomb your audition is to not have a headshot or resume. Okay, so this one can get a little tricky, okay? A lot of people have asked me this week specifically, do I need a headshot and resume? My answer will always be yes. Debbie's Angels, we are a professional company, okay? I run my theater like a professional theater and a professional community theater. In the professional world, when you go to a theater audition, you have to bring a headshot and resume. So, like with everything that I do, I put that out there to get you prepped for things like that. That's why we do classes the way we do them. That's why we have the workshops how we have them. That's why we do our rehearsals the way we do, because we are prepping you for the real theater world. So yes, you need to get a headshot. I did a video earlier this week on headshot makeup, and I kind of described what a headshot was, so you can watch that. I think it was on Monday. And you need to find a photographer who can, like a local photographer, who can take a headshot. Now, you can't afford one. Totally understandable. In the day and age of the smartphone and the iPhone and the Samsung, droid user over here, you can have somebody take some nice headshot pictures of you, okay, and print it out on an 8x10 photo sheet, or go to Walgreens and to their little photo kiosk, and you can have them printed out. I think it's like $2 or something like that, and bring it with you to the audition. Okay, this helps us to remember your faces. We see a lot of people sometimes, and sometimes it's hard to remember faces and names. So when all else fails, if you can't find a photographer, which by the way, I recommend Flash Photo Studios. She does our headshots for our shows. You can go through our photo gallery on my website and check them out. And her prices are very reasonable for headshots. And she's really good. So, and Mika Bree Photography. Check her out. She's awesome, awesome, awesome. If I remember, I'll link those in the comments below. And so, talk with them, tell them you need a headshot for acting, and print one out. And they might even have some places where you can get them printed out fairly quickly. They might know more than I do, okay? And then you need to attach your resume to it. What's a resume? A resume is basically a breakdown of your training, the shows that you've done. It has like usually your height, your eye color, your hair color, things like that. There's a great site called performerstuff.com. Let me see if I can type it in the comments here so you can go there. They have a great resume template there that is really awesome. So I would check them out. And you can basically just plug in your information, including your headshot. And like because they have it to where you can do like a little headshot on the back of the resume, or at the top of the resume, and then your information. And it's pretty self-explanatory. So if you get a chance, check them out, print your resume out, and there you go. And I'm putting together a sort of actor's guide where I'll be doing a template for resumes that you'll be able to purchase for like $1 or $2, something like that. And you'll be able to customize it and colors and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that. Another way to bomb your audition is to ask questions you should already know the answer to. So for instance, you would be surprised at how many people will actually want to know what they're auditioning for. Like, how do you show up to an audition and you don't know the show you're auditioning for? That's a little crazy to us. So again, you should make sure that you look up the show you're auditioning for, look up the characters you're auditioning for. Every information that we put out on our website and whatever theater you're auditioning for, get all the information you can before you ask questions that have already been answered. Okay. And I believe this is my final one, is being mean to the monitor or other actors in the lobby at an audition. This is a big one, guys. There are people watching you all the time. Oh no, this is not my last one. It's my second to last. There are people watching you all the time for auditions, including the monitor that we have right there, who's usually there to help facilitate and show you where to sign up and show you where to come in and audition and things. So if it gets back to us or we hear that you're out there being rude or you're being a braggart and stuff like that, that's not anybody we want to work with, okay? So if we see that you're doing that, then we know that's going to carry over to the cast, and we just don't want to deal with that. So be nice to everybody that comes in that lobby or everyone who is already working there. This is the last one. Ignore direction given to you at the audition or the callbacks. This is a big one because this has happened. You want to make sure. Look, I know, I get it, right? You've made up in your mind how you're going to do this monologue. You have said it 800 times, and you think it is absolutely perfect. And then here I come going, can you try it like this? And it just completely rocks your world, right? And you felt like what you did was perfect. And maybe it was. I don't know. But there's different reasons why we ask you to do it differently. A couple of reasons are maybe I want to see how you take direction. I would like to, maybe I'm giving you some direction to help you if you choose to use that material in the future. It'll give you a different perspective of how to do that monologue or how to do that song. Or maybe, oh no, don't die yet. Or maybe I can see how fast you could think on your feet. It could be multiple reasons. Whatever you do, just say yes and do it. Okay? Don't argue with the director. Don't say, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. Just try it. Even if you think it's going to be horrible and wrong, just try it. Okay? There's a method to the madness. All right? I one time had to do a Jamaican and British accent all in the same audition. Okay? And you know what? They said, here, I want you to read for this British farce. Can you do it? And I said, yep. And I went out in the hallway and I formulated some sort of British accent, came back, did it. And they said, great, can you read this Jamaican? Mm-hmm, sure can. You just have to figure it out. You just got to kind of roll with it, okay? So make sure you do that. I think that's all I have for you on this evening. Just wanted to throw that out there because I had been getting some questions and things. Adults, this is good for you too, okay? So make sure that you guys are ready. I will have monologues available for those of you who did find out last minute about our murder mystery auditions tomorrow and Friday, or our Willy Wonka auditions on Saturday. But if you've already been preparing, go ahead and have it memorized. That's just bonus points for you, okay? Because we have a rubric that we follow, and points are like a big deal. So if you have already prepared something, go ahead and prepare it. Adults, don't be shy to come out and audition. The only way we can continue to do these shows is if you participate, right? So come on out. It's okay. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially our murder mysteries. They're just a lot of fun. We do them because they're you can just let loose. They're so cheesy and campy. They're just so much fun. And the commitment is not that much, okay? Our Willy Wonka people, come on out. We want to see you. And hey, mama, we want to see you, okay? So we want to see you at these auditions. I need some guys. I need more guys for sure, and more girls. My teens, where you guys at? Come on out. We need to see you, all right? We're so excited. We have a lot of things planned for this cast this year. It's going to be, every show I feel like we get bigger and better and bigger and better things that happen. So come on out. Adults, come out tomorrow or Friday. And my kids come out on Saturday, all right? If you have any questions, let me know, and I will help you the best way that I can, okay? Fabulous. Yes. That's right, mama. Tell them. Come on out, okay? We want to see you out here because we know you're out there and you're talented, and we want to share that with the world, those gifts that you've been given. All right? I'm going to go make myself some din-din. And yeah, so I will see you guys. I'll probably come back on Friday or something. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know in the comments what you want to talk about next. All right. See ya. Bye.